Yo, what's up guys? TheInsaneGamefreak here, still mildly sick and doing Pokemon Best Wishes episode 55 review. Which is essentially a filler episode, which is kind of lame, in the sense that it's filler. It looks like actually, from what I've seen, like the next few episodes are filler. Like it's this, it's some shit with the Sawsbuck, and the Deerling, and then there's like some shit with Scraggy and Gothleader. And then we also saw that there's going to be like a Chili versus Silent episode, which I'm looking forward to seeing, because in terms of character development and his brothers, we haven't seen that much from his brothers, so you know, that should be pretty interesting. But that's besides the point. This one's a filler, and it's based around the Pokemon Cactus. I can't pronounce it. Maractus. Cactus? Yeah, I guess Cactus. I probably missed so much pronouncing it. Essentially, it's a filler surrounding this Pokemon because there's this trainer called Tobio who's into Pokemon. Pokemon Contest Musical, which I almost thought was like their reference to Pokemon Contest in a sense. It kind of feels like it, where Tobio comes from this town where he wants to make everyone laugh with these musicals, and he partnered with like 3 Maracatus, and I know the joke with that Pokemon name is like Maraca and then Cactus. I just don't know how to combine the two where it sounds like that. You could tell because the episode involves them shaking maracas, and they look like fucking cactus. I actually thought they looked pretty cute, honestly. But essentially, he's trying to get into the Pokemon musical. He's actually going towards Raimon City, where Ash and them just left from. But he wants to practice here at this like Pokemon musical thing they have in that particular town. And essentially, what happens is that they're working on this routine called Over the Rainbow, where essentially, out of like 2 of the 3, all 3 use this move called Round, which I'm not 100% sure what that actually is in English. For anyone who can tell me, I most appreciate it. They use this attack called Round. It kind of creates a mini rainbow. The two Maracatus jump up and slam hands together, and then use Pin Missile while spinning in a circle. And then the third one has to jump on top of those 2 and use Sunny Day, and then they're just supposed to look beautiful. And the entirety of the episode is to get that thing down, because essentially what happens is the middle one, which is like the shortest one, can't make the jump, which I thought was funny because they have Imonga. Iris's Imonga is the quote-unquote teacher. They help the thing get the jump off, which they do successfully do, and then they find out that he's afraid of heights too. So they have to work on that, which is through a whole bunch of, you know, typical filler bullshit. And I thought this episode was actually pretty funny just because Ash, Iris, and Dan got into the dancing thing, so they're all got Kibago and Iris. Kibago. Yeah, Kibago gets like a tambourine from Tobio, and so does Pansage. And they all have like their own different dances, like Dent and Silent and Ash all have their different dances. Oshawott pops out, he uses his shell as like a drum and shit. And I thought it was funny because fucking Iris's dance is like a typical Indian dance. Ash's dance is like a typical Japanese, Chinese kind of dance. And fucking Dent's dance is like I think it's the Russian thing. Hey, and he's like, you know, you kick your foot out and like all the other shit. And you have this motion, and you're just like, oh, it's funny as shit. They all have like 3 contradicting dances that don't even go in sync with each other. And that's actually the joke of why they end up using like a stereo for the music instead of having their Pokemon do the music. It's because they're doing the music and Kibago's holding like these maracas, and like a dumbass, Kibago got way into it and was just flinging his maracas around, and they both end up leaving his hand. And he just like ends up hitting like Oshawott, Yanapu, and Pikachu in the head. And it's just like, you motherfucker. And they end up fighting because of misunderstandings and shit. So I mean, like I think all the dancing shit was funny. I was actually expecting though that they were gonna use this episode to kind of throw out a Brock clone-ish thing with Silent, where Silent does this. You know how Brock had the stupid Mexican dance that he does through like the does over the seasons up until I think he stopped doing the dance around, what was it, 3rd or 4th gen? I forget which. I think it's 3rd gen with Ludicolo, and I was thinking they were gonna do that with Silent because there was a point in the episode where Silent and Iris have to stall for time, and I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna do this with Silent just to make him a clone. They don't do it. I was like, yeah, he's getting out of that mediocrity. And they actually have Iris do it. And Iris does a stupid Indian dance. Kibago's sitting there just patting on the tambourine. And she's going around fucking Kibago doing this really, like, it looks Indian. It really does. It looks like a typical villager dance. Which is stereotyping like a motherfucker, but that's what it is. I mean, in terms of filler, there's really not much to say in terms of anything else. I just thought the episode was cool. I thought the episode was fine. I thought the dancing portion of it in the beginning was like the funniest thing to me because they're all just tripping out on their different. And you know what I found hilarious is I did not expect. I think almost all of their dances, except I think Iris was the only one that seemed kind of stereotypical. Like Ash's and Silent's dance really caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting Ash to do a typical Japanese dance. It's not even him where he's like parting. He's like literally doing and then just going like he's doing the typical dance. He's doing like typical Japanese shit. Like I didn't expect this dance to be this calm. And then Silent on the other hand is doing the fucking Russian dance. The hey, like, and I was like, really? Iris just seemed really stereotypical. Hers comes off as like a stereotypical Indian or village dance, which I guess works for her. But I know, but still. Oh, it was a funny episode. It was a nice development for us to see Cactus in anime form. I mean, it looks pretty cute. It actually is more appealing in the anime than it is in the game, because in the game I was just like, what the fuck ever. But that's the whole thing about the anime. The anime makes the Pokemon in the game look more appealing. Except for Deerling. Deerling can go down in a fire. I just don't care. I don't care. Really, that's my thoughts on that. I still think, also just a side note, for last episode, because I didn't mention it, I still think Buffalon should have been a fucking evolution of Tauros. That's just my opinion. But yeah, that's essentially it for this review. I gotta go watch episode 56 so I can review it, because someone just told me it got subbed today. So, this has been the Insane Game Freak. Gotta catch them all. Life's a game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Thoughts and comments in the comment section below.